I think we're live. Hey, what is going on, crypto people? It is the Crypto Siege with another day in the life and the crazy life that is the digital asset space. Oh, what? What is going on, crypto people? What is going? I don't even know how to be. What is going on right now? What? Let me read this. Let me just read this. Breaking exclusive. Former SEC Chairman Clayton directed Perkins Coie to draft a memo giving Ethereum and Bitcoin unique advantages in the crypto space. Then his SEC sued their top competitor on the day Chairman Clayton left the SEC. What? Wow. Shout out to, this is a YouTube channel. I think it's called Netkey. Interesting stuff there. Thank goodness that they shared that. We appreciate that you shared that with the community. What a crazy find, guys. What a crazy find. What's going on, bro? Pretty good to see you, brother. Legendary is in the building. Hey, Corey, how are you? Bullish PP FOMO. What's up, my friend? I don't think I've seen that name in the channel before. Let's go is right. What's up, Jay Corn? It's good to see you, bro. Keyless is like, LOL. I mean, what is going on right now? And did he try to do a little? Oh, Clayton's on CNBC trying to do a little. I don't know if it's deflection. I mean, trying to cover his tracks. Not a good look. Dan Rob, what's going on, bro? I think you got it right, brother. I think it sums it up. At Crypto Siege, folks about to go to jail. Wait till you see what Charlie Gasparino is going to do with that stuff. Charlie Gasparino, what in the world? That, my friends, is some crazy stuff. Let me do this first. That is some really crazy stuff, guys. Great to see you guys. I wanted to hop on here. I wanted to cover this. Of course, I've been seeing this all over Twitter today and on YouTube, and I had to cover it. I wasn't going to do a live stream tonight, but I got to get this in, got to share this with the fam. We've got to talk about this a little bit. Things are exciting in the digital asset space right now. Songbird Network is out. I think they just issued, I believe they may have just issued or closed or settled the first epoch. There are some people that did their own custody, the personal custody, got access to the Songbird, major numbers in terms of delegating the votes. Pretty cool. Massive numbers. Shout out to Hugo Filion and everybody over at the Flare, at Flare Networks. Really great stuff. We're going to go over the metric. Great site, flaremetrics.io. Really good stuff to kind of follow that. I know probably the vast majority of people probably going to have to wait till next week or a few days after next week to actually get access to their Songbird token. This is all, and it's all good. It's all good, right? Just the way it is, right? It is just the way it is. No word from Celsius as of yet. I keep checking my app every single day to see if there's some Songbird there, but I guess there's a couple or three things they have to do in order, whether it be the exchanges, in order to distribute. We did get a word that the CTO acknowledged that they had received the Songbird, and now it's just a matter of updating on when they're going to distribute it to the particular people who are on the Celsius platform. So we shall see when they do it. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? What's going on, Jerry Waniya? How are you? I don't know what the rewards are, Brian HK. I don't know. I really don't. So that's kind of the word on the street from the Celsius end. I know more and more exchanges I saw a tweet, and I think I might have saved it, but I think Status had kind of put a what is it? He put a chart up. You know how he does the graphics, saying that I think it was up to 10 exchanges now that are, you know, going to distribute, who have confirmed that they are going to distribute the Songbird token. And I thought I had it saved, but it doesn't look like I do. Let's see. Thought I had it saved, but it doesn't look like I do. So in any case, I'm going to share this little interesting video here as well. But so that is kind of the word on the street. So shout out to those of you who did the vast majority of your Spark token allocation. You did it yourself through either Exodus or if I would have known I could have done it through Exodus, I probably would have done it there as well. Exodus or Ledger. Shout out to you. Got a chance to wrap that Songbird and delegate your votes. Like Mickey B. Fresh says, you're not putting your Songbird at risk. It's right. You're just delegating your votes. Your tokens don't move, and you get a chance to participate in the inflationary rewards through the network. This is game changing. Flare Networks with the Flare Time Series Oracle is a game changing phenomena. Songbird has their Oracle, right? It's a game changer. It's never been done in the history of crypto, this type of governance and model. And so you get a chance to participate in it. So I'm just really, really excited that it is launched. I'm happy for those people who got some of those inflationary rewards. And just understand something, you know, a lot of people asking how I came up with my outro. And I was sharing this with Patty XRP, I believe, when he did an interview. He interviewed me. It was a fun, cool hangout. And I just remember thinking that the crypto space could not continue on the way that it was. And I knew that kind of something had to change. In other words, just, you know, the average person just waking up in the morning and buying something, and a 90 to 120 days later, life-changing, you know, millionaire, whatever, something had to change with that model. And so, you know, I kind of came up with that outro, you know, just kind of thinking, just kind of putting thoughts together. And are you participating is right? It sums everything up. And we get to do that now. And I really do believe, Keyless, I really do believe this, bro, XRP, I really do believe this, Legendary, that going forward, the best practice, if you will, you know, strategies, best practices going forward is to take that all in, if you will, mentality towards an ecosystem. Now, can you have more than one? Sure, you can. If you can focus your brain on 3 ecosystems that each have 20 different projects on it, go for it, right? But I do think, you know, focusing in on an ecosystem, right? However many projects we got on it now is just the beginning. How many projects we got on Flare Networks right now is just the beginning of an ecosystem. That's a pretty good start. It really is a pretty good start. Flare Finance, 888, Sparkos. I know I'm forgetting some, right? It's a great start. What is it? Gala Games, right? It's a great start of an ecosystem where you can be early to this ecosystem. Okay, you can be early to the ecosystem, and all you have to do is just pay attention to what happened on Avalanche. Pay attention to what happened on Terra Luna. Pay attention to what happened on Solana. Pay attention to what's happening on Phantom. Now picture yourself here with this Spark token gifted to a good majority of us to participate. The reason why people are making so much money in Avalanche and Solana and Terra Luna is not because they're holding those tokens. I want you to understand that. It's the participation that's the difference. It's the participation in an ecosystem. Oh, what's the next thing coming out? Oh yeah, did we vet it? Cool. Here I go. What am I doing here? What am I doing? Am I providing liquidity? What am I doing? Am I blending and borrowing? What am I doing? Am I swapping on the decentralized exchange? What am I doing? How am I participating? How am I participating? That's the difference. That is the difference. And the thing that I like is we don't necessarily have to go out. In 2017, you had to have a wide portfolio because there were no platforms, layer 1 or layer 2s, that had an ecosystem behind them. You had to go out and get yourself a wide portfolio. No longer, though, my friends. The people over at Avalanche, they're doing okay. They're doing okay. And so I really do think that's the move going forward. And with the Solberg network, right, you want to begin to get your feet wet, get your mindset right to participate. And you have to, the definition, guys, of vision is seeing it before the masses see it. And for us, we got some examples. We don't even have. What about the first one of those that launched? What about Aave when Aave or Compound or Maker first launched? What did they have to fall back on? They didn't have anything to fall back on to say, oh, okay, that's what we can look forward to. They didn't have anything. We have examples now. We have examples now. Right? Right? We got a clear roadmap. It's laid out. We got examples. We're in a blessed position. Really, really hard. I mean, the curve. Think about what happened with Curve. People sleep on Curve. The Curve DAO ecosystem is massive. That model that they put together is massive. Curve is $2. There are people with tens of millions of dollars over there. Tens of millions. The Curve token is only $2. Why? Because they kept building another project and building another project and building another project. They got a great ecosystem over there. Great ecosystem. We don't even know what Flare Networks is going to do, how it's going to evolve. We see Flare Finance. That's right. That's just, it's not just Flare Finance is going to be an awesome DeFi platform on Flare Networks. What else is Flare Networks going to become? What else is Flare Network going to become? It's powerful stuff, guys. I hope you're excited as much as I am. Let me get over here to the thing here. I hope you guys are just as excited as I am. Wow. Make sure this thing updates. What's going on, XRP gal? It is great to see the ladies of crypto are in the building. What's going on, XRP Lava? It's great to see you. One thing I've learned, says XRP Lava, is to go with your own instincts for the final decision. Amen. That is exactly right. King David said, I got me some of that gala when it was under a penny. You are doing swell, my friend, right now. You are doing so well. Yeah, Jerry Wanda, I got Matic at 1.8 cents, big time. That is awesome. I was blessed to get that at a penny. Right? And so the ecosystem, look what's going on, Polygon. Ecosystem. I didn't even mention Polygon. That side chain that went up, what just made some things happen. King David said Curve was $25. Yeah, it was. And even at $2, people are still raking in $5,000 a week. I know somebody doing $5,000 a day. A day. It's not the asset appreciation. It's the ecosystem. It's the ecosystem that makes the difference. Does asset appreciation help? 100%. It helps. But we don't want to have to be beholden to the market. We want an ecosystem that is going to provide us revenue, cash flow, whether the market ebbs or flows. That's what Curve has done. It's ingenious what they've done over there. It really is. Now I get it. You know, when moon, sure. When moon, awesome. But what are you going to do with that? What are you going to do when moon? Are you going to create cash flow that continues to come in every single week and every single day and every single month, whether the market is up or down? You got to find one. You got to find that ecosystem. Who knows what Flare Networks is going to become? We don't know. Like, we don't know. We don't know what Flare Finance might evolve into. Crazy stuff right now. I'm telling you, it's crazy stuff right now. Dan Ross at 5,000 a day. Jeez. I mean, crazy numbers over there at Curve. Crazy. Yeah. And what they did is a lot of them got that curve. I mean, the model is just brilliant. A lot of them got that curve for, I don't know, a penny or so. It's a brilliant model, and incentivize them to hodl for 4 years while they build out an ecosystem that was going to pay them cash flow. Crazy stuff, I'm telling you. It's craziness, and we're blessed right now. We didn't even have to buy the Spark token. We don't know what it's going to evolve and become. We don't know. All I know is Flare Finance is hooked up. 888, the new world, NFT sparkles. Good night. Gala game. We don't know. What's Probity Vault doing? I was just watching Flare Community. Shout out to you, my dude, giving us an update on Solaris. Apparently, Solaris is a bridge, I think, between Flare Networks and the XRP Ledger, I believe is what he says. We don't know what will come of Probity, Trustline. What will become of that? We don't know. We got some examples of where it can go. The question is, are you participating? I love the Flare Networks model. Those who participate will get rewarded. Those who are hanging around waiting for asset appreciation are going to miss out. They're going to miss out. Thank you, Marvex. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate you hanging out tonight. Thank you for the super chat. You got to see the bigger picture, guys. Got to see. Oh, did I miss a super chat? Hold on a second. No, I think that was a super sticker. Thanks. Someone sent us. Oh, yeah, I did. Is that Jerry Waniat? Thank you, Jerry Waniat. I appreciate that, my friend. Marvex and Jerry Waniat, thank you so much for supporting the channel, guys. I really appreciate that. You got to see the bigger picture, guys. I was listening to Noah today. The dude was in Cosmos 2 years or so ago. Shout out to all the Atom holders, all the Cosmo people in the Cosmo ecosystem. Doing okay today. What's the ATMO token? Who knew that Cosmos was going to evolve into the ecosystem that it has today? Who knew? No one knew that. No one knew. It's just that Curve had a better model for incentivizing. Atom just building, you know, coming up with things. We're going to make something happen. But they didn't know. Who knew? Shout out to GDLC. My guy keeps keeping us updated. It's $41 now. $41. $41. $1.80. I remember when I had some Atom tokens. I didn't have a lot, but I did have some. Like you don't know what it's going to evolve into. You just don't know where they're going to go and how they're going to build, what it can become. You got to do due diligence and see that, they're looking to do something, right? They're looking to do something. And just Flare Networks, I mean, massive. All right, but let me get into what we all came here tonight to share. I said I wouldn't hang out here too long, but I did want to share this with you guys. How long have I been going? 20 minutes. Check this article out, guys. And there's a video that's even better. Former SEC Chairman Clayton directed Perkins Coie to draft a memo giving Ethereum and Bitcoin unique advantage in the crypto space. And then his SEC sued their top competitor on the day Chairman Clayton left the SEC. Here he is over here. I don't even know what to think of this answer to this question. Let's check it out together.
So does the Evergrande situation rhyme with the financial crisis of 2007 and 2008?
That's not the one, is it? I don't think that's the one I want.
That's the question.
That's what people are thinking about.
That's not the one I want. Oh, Clayton. Yes, you just gotta wonder. You just gotta wonder what this dude is doing. Let me see if I got it saved here. Just gotta wonder. And poor Joseph Lubin. I guess I shouldn't say poor Lubin. So anyway, Clayton he was asked a question on what is it? Squawk Box about, kind of the conflict of having been the SEC chair and now going to this particular company. And his answer was, well, I didn't really know these people. I didn't know anything about these people. I didn't know anything about these people until well after I left office. Then I just did my due diligence and decided to be. Like, does that make sense? Does that make sense to anybody? Here's Chair Gensler saying that ETH is highly centralized, and I'm gonna go over that article. Let's just, or centralized. Let's take an example.
Ethereum is centered around the Ethereum Foundation of Vitalik Buterin and a team of developers. There's 70 people that work at the Ethereum Foundation, not all of whom are developers, but Ethereum is centered around the Ethereum Foundation of Vitalik Buterin and a team of developers. There's 70 people that work at the Ethereum Foundation, not all of whom are developers, but
centered around the Ethereum Foundation. Shout out to Jungle Inc. for sharing that. Charles Gasparino has been on it for sure. This is just interesting. I don't know who this pundit is, who they are, the Gateway Pundit. Gateway Pundit. Today we've uncovered a video that indicates former SEC Chair Clayton was behind the SEC's move that created a favorable environment for two crypto companies, Ethereum and Bitcoin, while he was the SEC head. He dropped a lawsuit on their largest competitor, Ripple, on his last day in office. We know that Clayton made out handsomely as a result. How is it that they know that? That's interesting. Let's take a listen to this from the beginning. It's very, very important.
Really based on kind of the SEC's statements to us privately and to the world publicly that there would really be no rulemaking, no action letters, no public rules of the road, that it was simply facts and circumstances, case by case, based on the Howey test, ask a lawyer. That's what you were hearing from the SEC in 2017. And I think a lot of teams made decisions based on that idea, and based on simply having to kind of figure out the very best approach, given the fact that there would be no kind of formal guidance from the SEC in this area. That led to what we all experienced, which was pretty much a free-for-all, where a lot of teams went out and just took their best shot at trying to be as compliant as they could possibly be. And I think one of the interesting facts that happened was a lot of the law firms pulled back and frankly were not willing to kind of wade in and give advice. And so the gatekeepers kind of were absent in a lot of that process. What happened sort of in the January-ish timeframe, you guys probably all saw Jay Clayton, who's the chairman of the SEC, make a lot of noise about the fact that there was the gatekeepers were not doing their job, that there was all this fraud in the market, and he was probably doing that as a response to Joe Grunfest's op-ed piece in the, I can't remember if it was the Times or the Journal, but Grunfest is
you probably remember Joseph Grunfest, right? In addition to what he's talking about here, what Joseph did and calling out the SEC for not doing its job, he also sent a letter to the SEC and Clayton saying that you should definitely not 1,000% not do enforcement action against Ripple, the company.
A professor at Stanford, himself a former SEC commissioner. So when he called out the SEC for not enforcing it, I'm sure Jay took it to heart. So Jay went on the warpath, did these scathing speeches and calling out the industry and everybody. So, but he then, after talking to Grunfest in a fireside chat at the Stanford campus, made his way over to see Andreessen the next morning. And this is the part that now not a lot of people know. And he invited Chris Dixon to round up the sort of the industry players who were really kind of trying to do it the right way, and asked for a couple of things. One, essentially, lay out in a very detailed, written, footnoted memo what existing law says about utility tokens, and two, give us a proposal for where to go from here.
This is under Clayton's direction. Under Clayton's direction, these are lawyers in maybe some crypto players in the space. Who are these crypto players? Give us a detailed, step-by-step, detailed descriptions, informed on what a utility token is. And then kind of give us what you would basically saying what you would like regulation around it to look like. Clayton did this.
And so Andreessen, I've been representing Andreessen in all of their crypto investments since the beginning, and so I got the chance to be the one to write all that stuff. So and I pulled in Cooley, and I pulled in a couple of law firms. So we've now got a nice little working group of law firms that are in this.
And I believe these are the same law firms, if you will, 2 or 3 of these law firms that put together the Brooklyn Project, where it mentions Ethereum and how it's not anything like, and how it's different than everything else.
Space they're doing this. The general reception I think we got when we visited the SEC back in April was actually really positive, and it was an interesting dichotomy between their public-facing sort of incredibly, vituperative, statements that they were making, and this interesting sort of welcome that we got privately, and so I think they're hungry for some help and some industry players to really kind of leverage. They're underfunded and everything else, and so I think they're looking for industry to help solve this problem, and hopefully that is what is happening now. So the real reason I tell you this story is because it affects our playbook for 2018. And so while 2017 there were not going to be any rules of the road, in coming soon, and we've got our next meeting set up in October. So I'll know a whole lot more about it, what the SEC thinks currently, after that. But, right now, I think my expectation is we're still going to get this no action letter published within the next, call it 3 or 4 or 5 months. And the consequence of that fact, to me, hindsight being 2020, is that the last thing you would want to be doing right now is trying to go out with a splashy ICO that takes the position it's not a security without following any of these rules of the road that are about.
Oh my goodness. It doesn't look good at all. It just doesn't look good at all, guys. It really is CryptoLaw, is John Deaton's website. The Ethereum Free Pass, Fear Notice, and the Fight Ahead. A memo updating the community of digital asset holders from John E. Deaton. Read it here. So definitely want to check that out, guys. Let me leave a link here so you guys can check that out. It is just not a good look at all. Did I miss the super chat? I'll make sure I catch that. Norseman, all this just proves that the corruption in the government is now 100% true, and it continues. Sean Thompson, this video speaks volumes. It really, really does. And the fact that article says, and we know that Clayton made out handsomely because of it, right? And then you get Lubin here just talking in a way that just makes you think. Well, before we saw this article and this video, it made us think. But now with the video, we know why. Because obviously he was part of these discussions with Andreessen, right? And these law firms. XRP, Ripple, the XRP ledger had been around way before that. So it seems like there was very much a tiff, a spat, a disagreement with the SEC and Ripple. Clearly, here's him here saying how
technology is going to add tremendous efficiency to our incumbent markets, as well as provide new opportunities for investment. I believe that. That's my personal opinion. I think a lot of people believe that. The question around particular products and whether they will thrive, survive, fail, and that requires a micro analysis as to what function those products provide and whether it's something people want and what the competition is.
Right. Jay, I do want to ask you one thing, because it's something that your critics seem to believe, which is that in your final days at the head of the SEC brought a case against Ripple. Now you're advising some other companies in this space, and they point out or suggest that this is a conflict.
Well, and let me say that we brought a number of cases during my tenure at the SEC in the ICO space, offerings and securities that were not following our rules around registration for wide distribution to the public. I'm not going to comment specifically on the case you mentioned, but in terms of my after government service in the space, what I can say is that the companies that I advise, I don't want to be promoting them, but one is an institutional asset manager, another is a what I would call an infrastructure provider. I did not know these companies while I was in the government. I was introduced to them after I exited, did my due diligence as to whether I would be an advisor and chose to do so.
Yeah, I don't believe that one bit. I'm not sure if you do. And I'm curious as to why he can't speak on stuff now. I mean, he's not maybe, I don't know. He's not there at the SEC anymore. Why can't he speak on it? Interesting to me, to say the least. interesting that he feels like he can't speak on it. But let's take a listen to this one. I'm going to wrap it up with this. Digital asset investor. Shout out to Tim for sharing that other video. Thank you, my friend, for doing that. Digital asset investor says the plan: get Bitcoin and Ethereum through, then slam the regulatory door on all potential competition and crack down on crypto. If your eyes aren't open now, I'm not sure what it will take. Rawshim, my guy, responded or retweeted. That's it, Charles Gasparino. Asked the question live in air. Henman Gensler, why the free pass for Ethereum? Vitalik was apprenticed to the greatest digital asset ever created. XRP plus XRP was gifted to Ripple, not created by Ripple. And by the way, Charles Gasparino tweeted out. I don't have the tweet here, but he's supposed to be doing, he told us to stay tuned for tomorrow morning. He's going to be doing, I guess he's going to be on air with the big time crypto person, is who he says. Gasparino says this is a big time crypto person, talking the Ethereum free pass and perhaps the SEC versus Ripple as well. Let's take a listen to this dude who sold out.
Also being the basis of a lot of enterprise solutions like the JPM coin, like Quorum, like Hyperledger Besu. Where does it leave the rest of the blockchain protocols? Is this an industry in which interoperability at the end of the day is something that, and co-opetition? Is that something that will serve this industry well? How do you perceive that?
Any new technology is going to have to grapple with regulatory issues where Ethereum and Bitcoin have already cleared that bar and been declared commodities.
Any new technology is going to have to grapple with the likes of regulatory. The XRP ledger and XRP was created before Ethereum. Vitalik got the idea for smart contracts while sort of working, if you will, hanging out and sleeping on couches, right, at the office at Ripple. The ledger was the second blockchain. A lot of people think it's Ethereum. The ledger, the XRP ledger and XRP was the second. It was built based upon recognized flaws in Bitcoin. So they skip over Ripple. Why? Why do you think that is? Because Ripple, Charles, Brad, and Chris didn't want to play ball. They're not going to sign up something. And it feels like to me, they're like, why are we going to sign up and be registered as a broker dealer or sign up and say we do digital securities? Why are you going to wrap us up in that thing? We have a model. And these aren't registered. These aren't securities. Fenson's already said, you're a currency. Every single agency out there in the world, currency for XRP. The SEC is the only agency to step out and try to make a bold claim like this and say that it is securities.
So it's going to be spectacularly difficult for a new, even high quality technology and team to build a tokenized blockchain protocol and get real engagement for it. They're essentially going to have to distribute their token broadly and equitably in order to have legitimacy and excitement from their community, and they're really going to have to promise their community that this token is going to grow in value by the agency of some core team, and by definition that's a security, and so they're in this quandary where they have to sell a security almost by definition, and therefore almost by definition they're not going to be able to distribute it broadly and equitably because they're going to have to be distributing to accredited investors. And so we've seen some pretty good teams and protocols build what are now called VC coins that are not gaining the traction that, say, 2 years ago, the VCs.
Yeah, and you can see him smiling and laughing and grinning because he knows he's talking about Ripple. Absolutely 10,000% knows That's who he's talking about. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap this up here. I promised I would only hang out for about half an hour. Thank you so much for the super chat and super stickers, guys. Thanks for hanging out tonight. It's been a really, really, really awesome hang. Stay tuned. Check Twitter, crypto Twitter. See when Charles Gasparino will be going live. What's going on, Rawshim B. Wealthy? It's great to see you. Thanks, Sean Thompson, for checking in. Trevor's in the building. What's good, my friend? So, guys, definitely catch the replay if you didn't catch it. I'm telling you, this is big stuff. We're going to look for Charles Gasparino, see when he's going to be doing this. I'm very interested to see who he's going to have, who's supposed to be the big crypto person. And interesting to hear the back and forth on this one. Ethereum free pass, why? Ripple lawsuit brought on it by SEC, why? It's going to be really interesting to see what happens. All right, guys, listen, I'm going to end this video like I do all of my videos and remind you guys of this, that old money, it doesn't want you to win. But that's okay, though, because you and I are already winning. Have a great rest of the night, guys. I'll talk to you soon. See ya. Bye.